I am Sister Beatrice Igem Efembele from the Congregation of the Daughters of St. Paul. Welcome to this segment of our catechetical series, and today I will be sharing with you why we honor the saints as Catholics. Every 1st of November, Catholic Christians around the world gather to celebrate the saints, our ancestors in faith, some of whom are quite famous, others we may never know them, but we know that they have lived a life worthy of emulation. We read from Revelation 7 verse 9, and it tells us, I had a vision of a great multitude, which no one could count, from every nation, race, people, and tongue. They stood before the throne and the Lamb. As Catholic faithfuls, we celebrate the saints because we believe that they stand before the throne and the Lamb, and we ask them to intercede for us. When you read the lives of the saints, one thing that comes across is that the saints are spiritual giants, no doubt. But remember this, spiritual giants with flesh and blood. They have strong, holy ambitions, powerful temptations, and opposition which, with the grace of God, they worked to overcome. Their stories are amazing and yet familiar enough to motivate us to live more intentionally our own lives. These men and women exemplify the integrated life that every Christian is called to live. When we think and reflect of this cloud of witnesses that surround us, we recognize a diversity from scripture, from daily life. From the story of Mary to the story of St. Augustine, to the story of St. Therese of Lisieux, the story of Blessed James Alberione, Blessed Timothy Jacado. If we take from the African saints the story of Blessed Anorite, Saint Bakita, or Blessed Tansi, we know that these men and women lived a life that calls us, that challenges us. And sometimes we feel powerless before their story and we ask ourselves, is it possible for me too to be a saint? Yes, Pope Francis tells us it is possible. And he says that we too are all called to become saints. Because so often we think holiness is only granted to those who are behind the walls of convents. No, that is not what he tells us. He says, are you a consecrated man or woman? Be holy. Live your gift and ministry with joy. Are you married? Be holy, loving, and take care of your husband, your wife, your children, as Christ did with the church. Are you a baptized person who is not married? Be holy, performing your work with honesty and competence, and giving time to the service of others. You might say, I work in a factory. I work as an accountant, always with numbers. I cannot be a saint there. No. Yes, you can be. There, where you work, you can become a saint. God gives you the grace to be a saint. Are you a parent or grandparent? Be holy by passionately teaching your children and grandchildren to know and follow Jesus. Are you a catechist, an educator, or a volunteer? Be holy by becoming a visible sign of God's love and His presence to others. Remember this, where you are, where you have been called, and what you do is the right place and the right time to become a saint. And who knows, maybe the next 1st of November, we would be celebrating you. God bless you.